I'm no salesman. Fuck, I'm not even a podcaster. But what I am is a man with balls. And when I want to trim my balls, I use the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. And if you want to use the same, Sheriff Show at manscaped.com for 20% off. That's code Sheriff Show, SHERIFFSHOW at manscaped.com for 20% off, plus free shipping. Summer's approaching, and guys, there's no point going into the gym and busting your arse in the gym, forgetting muscles and covering them up with fucking chest hair. Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0, shave that right off, have the sun glistening off those pecs. A Greek Adonis. Manscaped. Women also, because some women now have balls, so you can fucking get them shaved as well with the Lawnmower 4.0. Remember, code Sheriff Show for 20% off. That's code Sheriff Show. I'm Killian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. Killian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. Welcome to the Sheriff Show. I had to check the name there. I'm Killian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi with Darren Connell. And quickly, before we go ahead, before I think of some excuses today, I'll say shout out to Lewis. Hope he's feeling better, getting better.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't need to come up with something why he's not here today. He's obviously taking a break from everything. So legitimate excuse why he's not here today.
Yeah.
Not that the others weren't. I was going to start it off and try to introduce a special guest, but I kind of fucked it already. I thought of it on the train there. I said, they said we'd never get him on, but a big welcome to Mr. Wagner himself, Yevgeny Prigozhin. But it didn't really work. Fuck that. Couldn't even say his surname there properly. Prigozhin?
Who is this? Who is it?
The leader of the Wagner group who tried to overthrow Putin.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I thought it'd be funny trying to intro him as a guest.
He just comes in that door.
We couldn't even put him in the thumbnail. YouTube wouldn't allow it. Here, I think YouTube are up to some tricks. Did you see that I couldn't have full ads on the last episode?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I know why. I used a word beginning with G in that joke. Philip Schofield joke.
Oh, okay. It might be.
I'm presuming it must be that.
Oh yeah, right, okay. So if you were like, you had a broom.
A broom, yeah, or in the green room.
Yeah, right.
Podcast studio.
They've got a bunch of words that are just instantly demonetizes you.
Weird, eh? The bride and groom.
Demonetized.
Skirting over it, skirting around it there. This is a big wedding podcast. Welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi wedding special.
Yeah.
Shout out to all weddings. No, I'll go back to the start of my notes then. I keep thinking of stuff and then trying to squeeze it in at the start of where I jot down my notes. I need a bigger book, really.
Yes.
That's probably a bigger notepad. That's probably the biggest issue. For audio listeners, I've got a tiny little notepad.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Darren?
I've been good, mate. Sorry that
It's been about 3 weeks.
I think so.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks since Lloyd's episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably 3 weeks, huh?
Yeah. Not natural for friends to be away.
Best friends. It's a long time. Although we have been in touch, so.
Yes. It's got a wee bit awkward. I actually bought you a present.
Did you?
Yeah. because I just feel like, 3 weeks has been a long time and it has got awkward between us and stuff, and I kind of wanted to rebuild
Okay, what's the present?
that bridge. Cut over the top of me when I'm trying to open my heart. It's cool. I got you a Dairy Milk whole nut chocolate bar.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm vegan and I'm allergic to nuts.
It's nice to be back.
I got you a present.
It's good to be back, mate. Thank you for the amazing Dairy Milk whole nut. That means a lot.
Yeah, my first question was, what have you been up to in all this time off?
Doing
Time
my-
away from me, that's what I meant, not time off.
Doing my own podcast, stand-up comedy.
Funny bunch Sunday night just there.
Did a funny bunch, yes. Went all right.
I think I've asked this before, or else you've told me this before. The funny bunch, now that it's in a different venue, is it still once a month?
Yes.
Okay.
It was good enough. It was all right. The venue was near.
Oh, it was a different venue.
Yeah, it's not the Stand anymore. So then we moved to a place called Room 2,
Yeah.
which is not comedy friendly. It's more music. So we're going to go and try and get somewhere else.
Okay.
But
okay.
it's been going well, mate. On my birthday, when I missed that podcast with you and Lloyd,
Yeah.
I went and did a cold bucket.
Cold bucket.
Like cold bucket.
Oh, like a little dip, a little plunge, cold plunge.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, plenty. As like a recovery for maybe 2 minutes or something.
All right, okay.
What was the temperature? What temp we talking?
Titanic.
Deathly.
Yeah. I was roasting, mate.
I thought you were going to say you were Rose and you survived.
See, if I fell off a Titanic, mate, I'd have swam to the beach. I'd have swam
You'd
to
have
the
just,
beach.
do you know what Leonardo DiCaprio should have done when he was there in the fucking water freezing? Just channeled positive thoughts.
Aye.
And he would have survived.
Also, if that was me, I would have just drowned her. I would have drowned her and took the door. Like, nobody's going to see it. Drag her off the door, just drown her.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't have a film, would we?
Yeah, that's true. Plus, you need to live with that for the rest of your life.
He done it for the arts.
Yeah, that's true. But aye, it was good. It was
Yeah,
a
enough Titanic jokes. There's been enough of those
Yeah,
lately, yeah?
it was a good dip. I enjoyed it.
Nice. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you very
Although
much.
I did say happy birthday on the day.
Yeah.
Didn't I? I did. I definitely did.
Yes, you did.
And it was also, I forgot to mention on the episode with Lloyd, I don't think I even explained that it was your birthday and that's why you were missing.
I think you did, mate.
Did I?
'cause I messaged them.
And did I say that you actually forgot it was your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's all right.
That's mad that I forgot it.
Yeah, it's definitely not normal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm old now. I'm 36.
You're so busy. You're so busy. Podcasting, funny bunching.
Walking 40 miles a
Walking.
day.
What's your steps record in a day?
I think during lockdown I did 37,000 maybe. 37,000.
KMs?
Yeah. So probably the most I've done is 20 miles, I think.
20 miles. That's
Yeah.
a few miles short of a marathon. What's a marathon? 24? 26?
I think it's 26, mate. I'm sure it is. I was fucked walking, man. I had to go back and get food in my house and all that. It was never mind running. I don't know what that would feel like.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever run a marathon. I just find it boring running.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good at running, I'm fit, but
Do you know how you get those type of marathons when you see their mate, like somebody runs with their mate and their mate's in a wheelbarrow or something?
yeah.
And, like they run for 26 miles. I could be in the wheelbarrow and you could run with me.
As in, like, pushing you
Yes.
in a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, if I'm not going to run a marathon, no, I suppose, yeah, I get what you mean. It would make it a bit less boring, a bit more exciting.
Aye. Aye.
Still a hard no.
Yeah, right, fair enough. If you want to ruin my other birthday, it's all right.
Your next birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, nice one. That's your...
You did a gig with Gordon Stratton.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Just get a new best mate, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Making fun of your other best mate. I never say the word mate, and I feel so awkward using the word mate.
I'd call a fucking sandwich, mate.
If what are you looking at, me or you? Yeah. When I start using mate, generally means I've had enough to drink. That's when you know I'm getting a little tipsy,
Yeah.
a little drunk. Mate. When I start saying mate, just
Aye.
it feels so weird to say it. Mate and missus. My missus.
I don't say missus. Yeah,
No.
I think that.
Or bird.
I say bud. I say bud.
I think that's just a Glasgow thing.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe in Ireland some people would say it. My bird. Yeah. Bird, missus, mate.
Yeah.
No thank you. Trainers. Can't say trainers either.
Sannies.
If I say runners, would you know what I'm talking about?
Aye.
Yeah?
I could figure it out, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's a Glasgow thing.
No, because I was thinking that the other day. Don't know why I was thinking that, but
Yeah.
How do you refer to Jodie? Is it partner?
yeah, like partner or girl. Sometimes just Jodie and then let them figure it out.
Yeah.
But normally, yeah, girlfriend, partner,
Lady friend.
woman,
That's what Glasgow gangsters say.
my woman.
Lady friend. I'm here with my lady friend tonight.
Yeah. Didn't know that. I'm going to listen out for that.
Aye.
And as soon as I hear it, just back out of the room.
He was disrespectful to my lady friend. I wrapped him up in a carpet and he's been missing for 17 years.
See, on that subject, I've similar subjects merging there together. The other week was going to get the car valeted. Ended up not getting it done, but went out to give it like a little bit of a pre-clean before I sent it in.
Why? Why?
Because you can't like to get rid of all your shit in it. Like I don't mean clean out. I'm not going in with a Hoover and completely
Right.
cleaning it, but taking out any shit of mine.
Like a wee tidy up.
Yeah. And thank God I did, because it's a complete coincidence that these two objects were in a black bag together, right? A roll of duct tape and a pair of pants.
Oh my God.
A pair of like my lady friends pants, Jodie's pants. And just those two in a black bag, like kind of fucking crumpled up behind the seat. And I was like, fucking what's in that bag? Open it up. Like, fuck's sake, thank God I found this
Yeah.
before bringing it in. Dodged a bullet and
Yeah.
fucking and the rest.
A dawn raid.
I fucking, yeah.
You dodged a Netflix documentary.
I
mate.
know, yeah, fucking. Now to explain, the duct tape was there for, I was like packaging up something. A person.
Aye.
Yeah, so that was a close call. Which is why you should always pre-clean before your valet. Valet?
Valet. See, if I was a valet and I found like duct tape and pants, I'd be like, should I phone the police or should I keep the pants? Caught in between.
Or should I just sit in the back and wait for him to come back?
Aye.
And what makes it even more dodgy is the car's is like one of the old Defenders. So the back of it is, and the seats were folded up as well. It would have looked very, very dodgy. Tinted out windows in the back.
Hundreds of like cause you've got long black
I'm just
hair.
getting ahead of it here. That's
Yeah,
why
like- You look like you're living out a fantasy here.
Getting ahead of the Daily Records story. Like that.
Hundreds of blonde hair in the seat and you're like, it's a Labrador. I promise.
self-incriminating. Yeah, so pre-season is upon us in football. A little bit of football chat, why not?
Yeah.
Pre-season is here. And so, update to my injury, I'm getting close to being fit. Fitness-wise, it's going very good. Running is very good. Still a few tweaks to make to my foot. And yeah, so that's started another pre-season pretty much with
Good.
Dundee. Shout out to Dundee for rehabbing me. And yeah, getting on to the subject of pre-season. I know there's been a lot of talk about Celtic's new kit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I actually really like.
I think it's class looking.
Now that I've seen it on somebody.
Have you saw Dundee's new kit?
No.
I'll show it to you after. Very, very nice. It's got a little like kind of small little tartan bits on it, navy.
I
Very,
like that.
very nice. Classy looking.
I like that.
But now this is very contradictory to what I'm going to say. New kits get launched obviously every season. I always feel like the whole reaction around new kits is always a bit over the top. And then like as soon as a kit's released and people are like, oh my God, instant classic.
Yeah.
You don't really know until like 10 years down the line if it's actually a classic or it's like such a good top.
Yeah.
Do you get the buzz over a new kit?
I haven't owned a football top in many years, but I've never really had that buzz. I would never be, the new Celtic top's a bit strange.
Yeah.
It looks odd to me, but I certainly wouldn't be like, what have they done?
Yeah. What's so strange about it that people are...
Because there's black in it. So it looks like a Sporting Lisbon strip.
Yeah.
So Celtic's just green and white.
Yeah.
Everything should just be green and white, but the Adidas and everything's black.
Yeah.
So I think people are a bit like, what the fuck is this? But see, when I seen it on somebody, I was like, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Really
I
nice.
think it's cool looking.
Yeah.
I reckon people will come to love it.
I've never been like offended or disgusted by a top. Like,
Do you find like a bit of a buzz about new kits?
I love football
Yeah.
kits, mate. I don't buy them. Like, I'm no like, I'm 40. I don't fucking cut about a Celtic top on. I'm no fucking, I don't know. I judge people that do that.
Bloke core is the term.
Right.
when I used to buy tops, I wore it as pajamas in the house. I cut a bit in the house. I would never wear it outside. Even playing five-a-sides, I never wore a Celtic top.
It's interesting. I'll wear it abroad.
Just to kind of represent.
I don't know, something about it, going abroad, getting I think when I was a wee boy, you would always get like the new Celtic kit to go on your holiday. So I don't know if it's a nostalgia thing or whatever it is, but...
My first football top was purple Manchester United goalkeeper jersey, Schmeichel one on the back.
I remember that.
I remember that
think-
top as well.
I think.
That's a belter.
I had an absolute screamer, a Fiorentina top with Nintendo on the front of it.
Oh,
and it was
nice.
purple.
The
and
Batistuta days.
I loved it. Yeah, I loved it, man.
That'd be worth a few bob now.
I've got a couple of Celtic tops that are worth a fair amount of money.
Yeah.
I have got a signed Henrik Larsson match worn some sort of anniversary of the Lisbon Lions top that I won at a raffle.
Whoa. I gave away a Celtic top to someone once. It was should I say? Yeah, fuck it. It was one of the tops with the poppy sewn in. Don't know how rare they are,
Yeah.
or possibly what Celtic fans might want them, but anyway.
Hi.
What
That's
kit was it?
huh?
What kit was it?
I'm sure it was a yellow top. It was from, would have been what, 2009?
Can't
Maybe.
remember.
Nike kit, yellow.
Yeah, yellow and black.
Ooh, maybe some green on it. Sure, it was after a game at home to Motherwell, which I ran and ran and ran.
Right, 2009 Mowbray, Tony Mowbray.
No, Strachan.
Was it Strachan?
Yeah. So maybe 2008.
No, I know what kit you're talking about. Yeah, I've got a pure
I'd say I
encyclopedic
set the
memory
record
of
for
Celtic clubs.
most offsides in a game that day at home to Motherwell.
How do you feel about the VAR? You seen the change in rule?
So we were just getting used to. They just got it right in England anyway. They just got it right, and then the fucking Wenger, the Wenger group, came in and fucking.
No, the Wagner.
He's trying, the Wenger group is in trying to overthrow the offsides law.
Surely as an attacker you'd be excited.
Yeah, plus given the length of my legs, I could fucking that's big on my that's going in my my CV. Leg length. Foot size 11s. The Mizunos. They'll fucking I could be 2 meters. I could be 2 meters away from I could be 1.92 meters away from the last defender and still onside. Thanks to the Wenger group.
Aye.
Are you not a fan of it then? No.
I think it's a great idea.
Really?
Aye, because I think it's ridiculous that they're flagging people offside for like a millimetre. So I think it makes.
I know, but
then
sense. after a game in the studio and stuff, they flag it up as a millimetre offside anyway. I think if someone's offside, they're off. If you can see on camera they're offside, they're offside.
Do you think before VAR they were like looking at shoulder blades? You know, like that sort of level where it's like, even the digital lines can't really tell. We can't. There's been a few of them where like we can't really tell if this is on or off.
Yeah, fair.
So I think it makes sense, and I think it makes sense. It's better in an attacking sense of the game, and that's really why you go to football, don't you? You want to see goals, and you want to. So I'm like. Plus, we've got Kyogo, who plays on the shoulder.
If it's going for you,
of course.
If it's going for you.
Have you heard the rumour about? Do you know the team that Jota went to?
Al Ittihad.
Like that part of the country. I read somewhere on Twitter that all those teams are supposedly going to play in the Champions League one day.
I mean, they'll probably own the Champions League before Jota's contract expires. Football will be completely different anyway. So it won't be a case of him coming back to play in the European competition or the Champions League as we have now. There won't be a Champions League like it is now.
It will be a world
in 5 years' time.
A World Club Champions League or something.
Sponsored by Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Have you seen that
owned by Saudi Arabia?
One of the trophies in, I think it might be Saudi Arabia, but it could be wrong, is basically a replica of the European Cup.
Is it?
So they clearly want it.
The Champions League trophy?
Yeah. But in that video for announcing Jota, they had the FIFA World Club trophy, and they were saying, what's the goal? And he's like, we're going to take over the world. And you're like, I don't know, man. I found it quite petrifying, that video. It's like,
yeah, I'm on board with them.
I'm on board with Dundee United came in to get you, and they were like, I'll give you an extra $3,000 a week, maybe. Say no.
Now remember, I'm a free agent.
You still a vegan?
So it would basically be $3,000 a week.
Prep, like free meal preps and like grenade bars and stuff. 1 box of grenade bars a week with...
Why grenade bars?
Because you're an athlete.
Okay.
A box of grenade bars a week.
Yeah.
A prep company says 3 meals a day. And then like free like towels and all that.
Okay. So living expenses.
Yeah. Would you do it?
I'd counter that. Mizuno football boots. Unlimited Mizuno football boots. And then I'd think of something that was just that they couldn't offer me. Price them out of it.
Yeah.
Take away the controversy. Take away the option.
Yeah.
And I'll just get on happy with my life.
If you did do it though, would you give me the grenade bars?
Well, I moved from Apoel to Ammonia.
Yeah.
They didn't need to offer any grenade bars, any towels. Was that another one?
Yeah, towels.
Free towels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've done a cross city move.
Did you get any shit for that?
I did once, and it was, I don't think I said it on here before. I did once. We were at a beach party one day, and we were kind of like up. So it was a very small kind of, was it a concert or live, maybe a DJ or something? And it was like a small little cove of a beach, and there was a little bit of sand, and then there was kind of like a VIP kind of area up on a bit of a stand. And we were sitting up there, and next thing I was like, remember like just walking through a group of people, and I could hear behind me like loads of commotion. So I've turned around and I was like, what the fuck's going on there? Just carried on walking. And then some of the lads came up and like, hey, you okay? You okay? I was like, yeah, why? Like, no, someone just threw a glass at you. I was like, oh, I don't know. Well, they didn't hit me, so I'm okay. And then next thing I turned around, and one of the guys who was with us, who wasn't like a player or anything, was like kind of beating the guy up. And that was literally the only thing. And then the guy got up like on a pole beside us and made some gesture and shouted something at me. And but I had no idea. Nothing like, he didn't hit me. The glass didn't hit me. So in my head, nothing happened to me. So like,
yeah.
Some would say it was an attempt on my life, and I'm lucky to be here today to talk about it. But that was the only thing. And then the odd, like in games, the usual booing and stuff, but
yeah,
it was actually pretty sound.
Do you ever go and look at Twitter?
When?
At that time?
Not that I remember. I probably did, but I don't think there was anything too bad.
No?
There's nothing that I can remember standing out or anything.
You went direct, didn't you? For one club to
No, I did, yeah, but I was free. I was released from Apoel. So my contract finished. And then I was free for like a week and was talking to different clubs in Cyprus, and then ended up joining them because they finished second. I think they finished second behind us, behind Apoel. And then I went there.
Did you win a championship out in Cyprus?
With Apoel, yeah, we won 2 before.
Superb.
Before I moved there.
Could you imagine if somebody went direct for Celtic to Rangers or for Rangers to Celtic like that? Or like their contract ran out and they went and just signed for...
Yeah. But see, what had happened over there a lot was in previous years, so Apoel was always, at that time, was winning nearly every year, and Ammonia were going through financial problems. So a lot of players were just leaving Ammonia and going to Apoel. So for like, it wasn't such a big deal to go the other way.
There was precedent for it.
Yeah. Right. And it was like, it was more a case of the guys before going from Ammonia to Apoel, they were kind of like fucking over Ammonia to move to the successful team. Whereas I was kind of like, they weren't really bothered really. Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day.
Football's changed. I don't think it would be that bad if it happened. Like, especially in like, if somebody went to Manchester to Liverpool, I don't think it would be as crazy. Especially Celtic and Rangers. I think it would be bad, but not that bad.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think it would be death threats and all sorts.
Half and half tops at games and all that.
Aye. The half and half scarf. The English Premier League.
Aye.
You should start bringing a half and half scarf and just try and, like, diffuse the situation.
Come on, everybody, let's all sing and dance together.
Or the next Celtic Rangers game when there's no away fans, you could start this trend of being the one away fan. Go in and wear the away jerseys.
Like, remember that time I think Rangers were playing Elgin or something years ago, and it cut to a woman in the crowd and she was like that. I could just be like that guy. He's on the fucking sheriff show. My box of grenades. And a towel.
That would be great promotion for the show.
Merch idea.
Yes.
A towel.
With that face on it.
That's all. That's my pre-season chat.
How are you feeling with your fitness? If I was to say 100%, what are you at 100?
I'd say 90.
That's
Maybe
pretty
just
good.
under 90.
Because you're looking well.
I'm ahead of schedule.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Very bright. Your face is bright.
Really?
Yeah. In a
Red
good way.
bright or glowing bright?
Glowing bright.
Nice.
I'm red
Thanks.
bright. I'm like diabetes red. You're like white bright.
You're not red at all.
Really?
No.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Hair's looking well too.
Chuffed with that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm getting old, you know what I mean?
Did you start all that just to
Basically,
to finish up with that?
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers. See what
Yeah,
I do.
that's what best friends do. Ooh, you're my best friend. Actually, I nearly got politicized last week in an interview. So did you see Robbie Keane is the manager of Maccabi Tel Aviv?
No,
Yeah.
but now I know.
So Robbie Keane is the
Yeah.
manager of Maccabi Tel Aviv, big club in Israel. And an Israeli reporter messaged me asking if I'd do an interview. So I was like, yes, I can get my name out there, whatever. Thinking they'll ask about him as a manager, and I'm thinking of all my answers like, yeah, he's worked under good managers, he's had such a big career, played at clubs, knows what it takes to win, all this kind of stuff. And so the guys phoned me up, done it over Zoom, and I was like, before I was like, I was in a training, so I was like, oh look, I'll be home in about 2 hours, can do it then. Then like about an hour, just over an hour later, he texts me, hey, you ready? And I was like, it's been a bit pushy here. So like, look, I'll be 6 o'clock or whatever time I was coming home at. So it was 2 hours later, and done it on the Zoom, and the guy was like, oh, Robbie Keane's going to be the manager here. What do you think of it? And I'm like, yeah, good chance to be successful, big club, blah, blah, blah. And his next question was about, in Ireland, he had a lot of bad press over the move because of Ireland, Israel,
Palestine
all
affiliation.
this stuff, yeah. And he basically, Robbie Keane was saying, I'm staying out of that side of stuff. I'm here to manage a club. I'll talk about football, and that was it. And he was getting a load of shit for it. So then the reporter has asked me about my thoughts on it. And he kept like trying to push something on me, and he was kept, but do you think it's the left trying to push things politically and all this kind of stuff? And I was like, basically I just ended up saying nothing, like just fucking waffling about, he's, in terms of football, I'm sure he's just there to go about football. I'm not in Ireland at the minute, so I don't really know what's happening there.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, I could see he was raging. But I was kind of angry as well, because I was like, I thought you were going to ask me about about like him being a manager.
Yeah.
And I was like, I did at the start. I was like, you didn't really. And then
Good on you, by the way.
So then at the end of it, he was like, okay, thanks, bye, and just left. And then like didn't follow up with a message afterwards to be like, oh, thanks for whatever. So then afterwards I was thinking, fuck. Because I didn't want to say anything like either way. It's
Of course.
not going to go well. And it was never used,
Good on you, man.
because
for
I don't
saying
think he
that.
got
what he was wanting.
what he was wanting.
Mhm.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't say anything.
Oh, right, I thought you said
That's
at
what
the
I mean.
end, like I thought you said you were going to talk about football.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I just kept going back like, no, I
Yeah.
thought like I'm here to
Yeah.
talk about him in a football capacity.
Scumbag.
But it was sneaky one.
Very sneaky.
But caught me on the hop a bit. I was like,
Yeah, imagine if you slipped up and front page of all the newspapers.
Well, either way, no matter what
yeah.
no matter what way I would have went or said. But then I'm a hypocrite anyway, so I'll say fucking whatever. Whatever I need to say, I'll say.
I'm the same.
I've got a few ideas on TikTok, and I thought maybe you could do one.
Yeah.
Because all the clips are of me. And people might look at it and think, oh, it's the same guy fucking telling a different story or another made up story. So I was thinking, could have you do a story. And my story was or is something that I've said before on Twitter, I think. Maybe here, I think on Twitter. And it's about ordering something. Did I actually maybe even do this as a TikTok video? Ordering a vegan chicken and then realizing the chicken was actually fed vegan food.
I don't think you have, mate.
So do you get what I'm saying?
The chicken was fed vegan food.
Yeah. So there, it's on the menu as a vegan chicken. And you're saying, right, I'll have the vegan chicken.
Like grass-fed beef, but it's vegan-fed chicken.
It's a chicken. It's a chicken that's been fed grass its whole life.
Yeah.
Or it hasn't been fed meat, basically.
Aye, it wasn't a chicken substitute. It was a vegan chicken.
The chicken's lifestyle was vegan.
Okay.
So then you're going to be like, so then I said to the waiter, like, that chicken was so good. I can't believe it was a substitute or a meat substitute or something. That's the best meat substitute I've had. And they're like, no, it was chicken. It was a normal chicken. It was raised as a vegan.
Yeah.
And you could say, like, I was in a restaurant and I don't want to say the name of them, but I'm really unhappy or whatever. So you'd have to do it as a vegan.
Okay. Well, that
you
was a vegan.
You can add to it or you can change it whatever way, but I was thinking the general idea would be that it was a real chicken.
Well, I was a vegetarian for 5 years and then I was a vegan for 2.5 years, so it's not totally
So you can get into character.
Yeah. Do you want me to cry? I was kidding on. So I'd be like, look, I went for a meal the other night and I'm back into the veganism. I feel really good. But
no, as a vegan, you were a little bit hesitant to go out for dinner with your friends to just a normal restaurant. And then you were delighted to find vegan chicken on the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when I was eating it, I was like, this is too nice, too good to be true. And I said to the waiter, mate, what kind of vegan chicken was that?
This is the best vegan chicken I've ever had.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, it's not vegan chicken. It's a vegan chicken that you're eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some Black Mirror shit.
And he pointed out and it said on the menu, a vegan chicken.
So what's the outcome to this? How do I respond? Am I offended?
You're angry because you ate a full chicken.
A full rotisserie chicken?
How about a Sunday roast?
Sunday roast, aye. Yeah.
A Sunday roast and it was up, I'll have the vegan chicken option. Or whatever. Yeah. Whatever you think.
Yeah, baby. How did I start it then? I went for a meal with my friends and I was nervous.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
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 I'm quite nervous.
So I don't need to say
You
anything.
could say something about like, as you know, we're both vegan. Have you ever been discriminated against as a vegan? And then you could go, aye, well, you know, went to this restaurant in Glasgow.
Do you have any vegan horror stories?
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag vegan horror story.
Hashtag
You know some of the comments that's going to happen.
I need another big one, so I'm just
You know
going
what
back
it's
to
going to be,
veganism.
man. You the comments, that big fat fucking prick. That big fat cunt. How many carrots does that big fat cunt eat?
You ready for it?
Yeah. That's the vegan horror story.
Okay, so I'll ask you about. So, do you have any horror stories from being a vegan or from eating out as a vegan? Okay,
Yeah.
So, as a vegan, do you have any like horror stories from eating out?
Yeah, actually, I've got. I mean, one of the worst ones.
Do you want me to look away? Because I won't be on the camera anyway.
I'm giggling away there. Do you want me just to go back into it instead of him asking again?
That's up to Killian. He's the one that edits the clip.
I'll ask and I'll just stare at you.
Yeah.
I won't be in it. So, oh no, so it's okay. So you can just answer.
Yeah. I've actually got a couple, but one of the worst ones that happened to me was me and all my mates went for some food in a restaurant that wasn't a vegan restaurant, and I was like really anxious about the experience because my friends are not vegan, and you know what lads can be like, it's like toxic masculinity and stuff, and I get teased about my weight and stuff, like, oh, just have this and have that. So I'm already walking into the restaurant in complete like high alert, and I'm looking at the menu. I'm starving, right? And there's like vegetarian options, then there's a wee vegan section, and you know, all my mates are just getting all the lad stuff. And I seen like a vegan Sunday roast with like, it said vegan chicken. I mean, we can laugh about it and stuff, but I mean, it is pretty horrible.
I'll need to shorten it down.
Am I gibbering pure shite?
No, because I was thinking it'll just have to be like on the menu as a vegan chicken.
Right, well, you can edit it bits. I think I'm Denzel Washington earlier, man. I'm actually fucking talking about it and I'm starting to believe it.
I'm just picking holes in it.
I'm starting to, when did I go for food?
So just say you looked at you were pleasantly surprised when you looked at the menu and you saw a vegan chicken. So straight away you just ordered that.
Okay. So straight into that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at the menu and I see a vegan Sunday roast option that says vegan chicken on it, and I thought, I'm going to get into that. It comes to the table, I eat it, and it is, honestly, mate, it is absolutely delicious, right? And the chicken tasted like it was 10 out of 10. And the waiter came to the table, my mates are still laughing and stuff, and I'm like that to the waiter, what kind of like vegan chicken is that? Because it was unbelievable, nice and juicy, tender. And he says, no, it's not vegan chicken. It was a vegan chicken. Like the meat wasn't vegan, the actual animal was vegan.
Like it was raised as a vegan?
Yes. And I've cleaned the full plate.
So you've actually eaten full-on chicken?
Full blown chicken. I'm laughing now.
I think we've enough
and
there.
I looked at the camera like that.
No, I think that should be good.
Yeah.
I think we've enough there, yeah.
Why don't I say, well, why don't you ask me how did you feel after it? And then I'll say something.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So how did you feel after you'd actually eaten a proper chicken?
Can I be honest with you? See, after I had my sticky toffee pudding, I felt pretty disgusting.
That'd be a nice wee end to it.
Yeah. Hashtag vegan hellhole.
I had a few other.
Do you think we would annoy some people with that? Or was that gibbering shite?
I know what you mean, annoy people.
Like on TikTok?
Triggered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That poor simple man.
Maybe. Yeah. I think it should do well. It's a funny story.
Why don't you post it like, should this waiter be sent to prison?
Should this restaurant be allowed?
Yeah.
Should this restaurant be allowed to operate like this?
Should this small family-run business still be allowed to operate?
Should this charity restaurant be allowed to operate like this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good one. I think that'll be a good one. I had another one where I was going to say, actually, do I? I don't know if I do. I was thinking of stuff that I always find it hard to find bits to clip from episodes, or like know what to clip. Then I think, like, do you have to clip like the full story of something to give the full context? Not for TikTok, for like just to like put out little teasers for the episode.
Insta or something.
And yeah, no, I know, like to put up on my story or something.
Yeah.
But I always find it hard to actually pick out stuff from the episodes. So I might need to like manufacture stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what did I write down? Oh yeah. This was the other one I was thinking of, TikTok, but it's not really, I don't know if it really like works as a angering people, but I was thinking about it when we had that really good weather, sunny weather a few weeks ago. And I think I was going to tweet it. I said, I'll save that for the podcast. And it was along the lines of like, just spent the whole day out in the sun with the kids in the paddling pool all day. Never looked at my phone once. Just the laughter on their faces ever. Just the most amazing day ever. And then I kind of like took a moment to myself to just appreciate and be thankful for climate change, for giving us weather like this. So I might clip that just as a wee teaser for the episode.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, it's not TikTokable, I don't think. Maybe. It's a bit...
It's a funny wee clip. I talk about population control quite a lot on my podcast. China's one-child policy and stuff. Doesn't really ever get a laugh, but we've stuck with it, me, Paul.
On TikTok?
You have?
I've stuck with it.
On Chinese own TikTok?
Aye. Anything for a bite.
How long is that?
45.
45 minutes.
It's like a half.
With now the 10 minutes added time.
Yeah.
That's been added on everywhere.
Because
Weather's been shite this week.
Because I talk so slow. Time wasting.
The referee has added up all the
Fucking thingway and all that.
I think I've lately been nailing it with my outfit choices for the weather. It's a key skill I've developed over time to really know what to wear in terms of layers,
Yeah.
waterproofs,
Yeah.
just to get to be at the optimal temperature no matter what weather hits me.
Yeah.
Nailed it today. Nailed it the last time I came down here.
Do you want to tell them what I asked you when you walked in? And you looked sad when I said it.
Did you ask if I was just back from Glastonbury?
Yeah. And your face went sad.
Did it?
Yeah.
I can show you why. Although it's got a little mark on it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Do you want to put your hat on?
Yeah. I put my Glastonbury hat on. This is what I wear in my podcast. And when I stalk people at night.
That's your cook hat, isn't it?
No bad.
Nice. Do you want to, for audio listeners, sorry. I've got like how would you describe this hat? It's kind of a safari bucket hat.
What a safari. Like an Australian would have like corks hanging off it or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Corks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounded like I said cocks there.
Hi.
Do you want to swap hats?
Yeah.
For the audio listeners, Darren's hat has a bunch of cocks on it.
The fabled cut cat.
What size is this? One size fits all.
I think so.
How do you wear it? Like that?
Yeah. You look like a villain. Yeah,
Sherlock Holmes.
you suit that. I just look fucked.
With that shirt on, man, you look like a zookeeper.
Stand back from the cage.
Aye.
He's sleeping.
You suit that top hat, man. It's definitely good. With a beard.
I do like a fedora. I went through a little fedora phase
Yeah. Is that ice
in
cream?
my teens.
We joke.
What? I missed that.
Nothing.
Go on, say it.
I said, is it ice cream? It's just a shit
fedora.
joke.
Just a little flavour ice cream or something.
It was just a joke, alright. Just fucking
But
look at me
here, do you want to swap back?
if you want.
Or do you want to just get rid of hats?
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah, I was just dressing for the weather, not Glastonbury.
Yeah.
I had a little rain jacket from Jack the Lad Golf. Shout out Jack the Lad Golf. Don't know if I have anything else. I've gotten through all my.
There's been a distinct lack of shout-outs this pod.
Well, I was going to mention it at the top of the show, and I was going to say there's going to be no shout outs today because I used up all the shout outs in the last episode. The last episode was a big shout out heavy.
Yeah.
There was even a shout out to the shout outs, is what I would say. Actually, I did write something else down about it was about the duct tape that was in the car. Interesting fact about duct tape. Do you know where it got its name?
No.
Because when you pull it out of the thing, the noise sounds like a duck quacking.
Is that true?
No. No.
Can you tell?
No.
Quack.
The way it came up was, or the way it got into my head, I was thinking of that valet.
Valet.
Why am I saying valet? Valet.
Yeah, valet.
And I was thinking, is it duck or duct? D-U-C-T.
It's duct tape.
But you know it's...
But there's a brand duck, isn't there? that
So
makes
originally
duct tape.
it was called duct tape. And then it changed over time to duct tape because it was used to fix broken ducts. I'm struggling to say that.
So
Like a plumber, a duct.
duck brand duct tape
Yeah.
takes its name from the original name of duct tape. The name came from two factors. First, the tape was originally made from an army green cotton duck fabric.
Yeah.
And second, the water resistant properties for the tape were said to repel water like the back of a duck.
Yeah. So originally it,
It was
was
called duck, but now it's duct.
and then it went duct.
I thought it was duck.
But it does sound like a quack also.
That's, I mean, seriously, every day's a school day. I did not know that about, I call it duct tape, like quack, duck.
Yeah.
I don't call it duct tape.
Ducks fly together. Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
I watched 4 Lions last night. It's fucking unreal.
It's a great film.
Unreal. I think I'd put that in my top 5 films.
4 lines?
Fulhams.
What's that?
4 Lions. The 2010. It's like a comedy on a terrorist British film.
Right. Need to check it out.
Unreal.
You've probably seen clips of it, mate. It's a classic. It's
Rubber
an
Dinghy
absolute-
Rapids. No.
There's a guy
Oh,
that's
man.
a white guy in it, and he's like a white extremist.
When he drives into the... Oh, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah. It's a
4
great...
lions?
Is
As
it a
in, like,
gesture?
a lion roars, as in, oh,
So there's 4 of them
right, okay.
under the 4 Lions.
But that's, it's called 4 lines, it's
Yeah,
not 4 lines. Right.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Christopher Morris wrote it.
Comedy genius.
I'm going to send him a message, see if he'll come on the pod.
I've got his number.
Do you?
No.
I jumped in there. I'm going to message him
Yeah,
because he followed me back.
that's all right.
No, I didn't.
One each. Hey.
One each. Late into extra time, I got that. Another little football reference. Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Need to up the guests again. Get that arm down.
What was that? Sweat? Aye, sorry. Thank you. You've got my back.
I'm like Kobe Bryant. If I see the spinach in your teeth, I'm telling you.
You're my brother.
Yeah, and I'll try and get guests back on. I'm so annoyed at how poorly the last episode's done. It's actually the lowest viewed one.
Is it really?
Yeah. And I'd have it up there as one of the best ones.
I'd say it was up there as well. He was a great guest. Really funny.
That's strange. He's like Soccer AM and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Did they share it?
He shared it on Twitter and then he shared it on Instagram the next day.
Strange.
You know why? The bride and groom.
Aye.
It's because Darren wasn't here.
I should have just used your name in it.
Aye.
Bastard.
Can I say something though? Can I say like genuinely like I do wish Lewis Capaldi all the best. Like he's a good lad and I'm sure he will come on the podcast.
I mean, I
one day.
thought I gave you a nice little in at the start to say to give you well wishes.
He's bookending the podcast well
I'm only
wished to
joking.
Lewis.
You can. We do.
No,
We
do you know what?
wish-
Fuck him. You've ruined it. No, but I do. I wish him all the best. He seems like a good laugh and he's a good lad. So that's it.
Get better soon. Look forward to seeing him back.
Don't get better. So that's probably not the best. That was your saying, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely my saying.
Don't get better, get better.
Don't get bitter, get better.
Yeah.
I heard it somewhere.
Yeah. From Lewis Capaldi.
Don't get bitter, Lewis, get better.
Yeah.
I think I'll wrap it up. Probably a good call right now. Thank you everyone for listening, watching, whatever you're doing. Have a great day. Keep liking, subscribing. I'm going to do I'll do a competition to get some subscribers up. I'll give away a top signed with whatever the person wants me to sign on it.
Yeah.
Within reason. No, fuck it. Whatever they want me to sign, I'll sign it.
I
If
can
they
give
want me
you
to
the
draw
shot.
a picture. Okay, thank you everyone, and we'll see you for episode 21.